How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. This time around we're going to be comparing how it feels to go to a coil shock. I've only been on an air shock my whole life, and this time around I got the opportunity to try out the coil shock. Big shout out to the homie Horacio and Chuy for making it happen. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to feeling the difference on this. I'm not going to go too much into details just because there's already a video out there that does an amazing job explaining all the details of the differences between a coil. It just goes into really good detail, so I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel. I'm just going to go ahead and add a link to that if you guys want to know about all the details on coil shocks. This is more of like the experience or what I might feel out on the trails with a coil shock. So the only thing I pretty much done is I contacted Fox. I talked to him a little bit. I talked to him about the bike that I have, the riding style that I have, and he recommended, or actually Fox recommended, to do a 450 coil spring on this. I feel like the linear spring might not be for me on paper. I don't know how it feels on the trail, but in case I don't like that, I actually got hooked up with the coil and also got hooked up with the Cascade Components link. And what this is supposed to do is give me 5 millimeters more travel, lower my bottom bracket by a little bit after how much it was, and also give me a more progressive feel. So it should substitute for a progressive spring. So the combo of a linear spring on the shock and a progressive link should give me like a perfect feeling on this. So you always want to go look at, recommended settings. They might be good for you, but it's a good starting point to like start your tuning for your riding style. So okay, let's go ahead and slap this on the bike, switch out the coil, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do a spring swap on this. Pretty easy. Like I said before, I contacted Fox and they recommended the 450 spring. So we're gonna go ahead and swap this out. So this is the preload ring. We're gonna go ahead and loosen that out first so the spring can float freely. So you can do it by just spinning the coil counterclockwise and it loosens it up. It should loosen it up. There you go. Okay, so now it's pretty loose. And then you're gonna go to the other end and compress down a little bit. And this little ring, let me try to put this on camera. You push down and it slides out just like that. There's pretty much only one way to put it in, and then you slide out the little coupler like that, slide the ring out, and there you go. And one thing I recommend always, just pretty much, there's some gunk on there, so like whenever you're doing things like this and you're able to get into places where you usually can't when you're cleaning your bike, I think this is a good time to go ahead and clean this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. We pretty much cleaned up all the little parts. I just want to keep everything clean. I don't want to have any weird noises later on, so everything's squeaky clean. I cleaned out the shock. I cleaned out the little, the couplers and the little pin or the little washer that holds the spring ends. Okay, so let's go ahead and slide on the new spring. I'm gonna have your letters right side up, just so it can look nice. Bring the shock in. Okay, so the spring's in. We're gonna go ahead and put the little coupler now. Coupler goes in there, pretty much one way only. And then get the little clip that holds the shock in place. Try to do this. Let me see if you can catch it on camera. There you go. Snaps into place. Pull it down. So we're gonna go ahead and turn in the compression ring. And then you want to tighten it until the shock is no longer moving. And that's pretty much it. It's nice and tight. The letters, I'm gonna put them where you can see them. And that's pretty much how you swap out a coil. Okay, so it's starting to get a little dark on me, but I'm all done. I went ahead and swapped them out with titanium bolts from Better Bolts. I'm gonna switch Infinity as well. You can see them in there. Nice and gold. The gold goes really nice with the rest of the bike. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and just do the settings on here that Fox recommended and go out on the trails and see how it feels. Okay guys, so we're out here in the testing grounds. I'm out here with Shadow and Camarena. First time on a coil, a little cherry pop for both me and Shadow. Shadow was okay if I slap a camera on him, so I can capture his first impressions being on a coil. So right now, as I'm climbing up, I don't really feel any difference yet. So no pedal bob. I'm on a 450 coil, 150 millimeter rear travel. Shadow's on a 170 millimeter travel rear with a 550 pound coil. Both our coils are linear, so we should feel like the same difference. As I'm climbing up, I'll be honest, like I don't really feel like a crazy bob. It's very, very slight bobbage that I'm getting on my bike, probably because of the Switch Infinity. So I'm wondering if on a different bike that bob will be more evident. But as of now, like I don't really feel it. I can definitely kind of notice it if I'm looking for it. All right, So I'm climbing up. This is like the first chattery section I encounter. Climbing up while on coil. I can definitely feel how more tamed the rear end is. It's more of a thump now. All right, we made it to the top. Whew. What's up, fellas? How you doing, man?
Good, brother.
Good.
Going, man?
Good, man. Good weather, huh?
Yeah.
So on the first climb, did you feel any different on coil?
It's different.
Like bobbing? You feel bobbing?
No.
I was saying that I feel bobbing only when I'm looking for it, though. You know what I mean? I have to be looking for it. If I don't look for it, then I don't feel it. Maybe because of the Switch Infinity or something? Thumb boost. What's that? All right, let me... All right, here we go. First time down on the coil. See how it goes. How's it going? You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Almost there.
You're opened up, right?
Yeah. Since last night with...
Oh. All right, here we go. All right. Ooh, it's really loose over here at Greer today. Well, it's been loose. There's forecasted some rain, so that's really good. All right. Oh, okay. All right. I'm already calling it. You could definitely feel the grip on this already. Oh yeah, dude. That's see how it feels on the poppiness. All right. Woo. Yeah, that's not bad. I thought it was gonna feel like less poppy, but I don't know if that has to do with my magnetic pedals as well. Like, it does feel poppy still. I'm happy so far. I was kind of worried about it being more like tamed on the jumps, but it's not. Whoa, from what I could tell from that first little like kicker thing, still pedals really good. Okay, first jump. Whoa. Okay. I definitely, yeah, it's a little less poppy. Just a little bit.
It's on the little... There's more chunk coming up. Well, okay, so on the chunk it feels good. Oh, for sure it feels less bouncier than the X2. We got a little chunk going on right here. Okay, that feels good.
Yeah, what you got? What you got?
So far so good, dude. Thank you. What'd you think, Shadow? It's different, no?
Definitely.
I can't say that I like it or I don't like it yet, because I'm kind of like taking in the differences on it. It's a lot more poppier than I thought. Like, it's not as poppy as the Shock, but like it's definitely less poppy on that. Like up the jumps, but dude, it tracks fucking good though.
Like you feel that little bumpiness way, but it stays on the ground.
It's like a thump, right? Like, yeah, it like rolls over stuff. Not bad, dude. Not bad at all. As I'm like climbing up, I'm thinking, you know, trying to take it all in. I feel that, yes, it feels different, especially on the chattery stuff, but I haven't like fully tuned this fork or this shock yet, you know, to me. My air shock, I feel like I had it pretty dialed down. I was getting like the best out of it with the small tuning that I had on it. So I'm thinking they could only get better from here. This video is not gonna be if air shock better than coil. It's mostly gonna be what I feel as far as differences go. After the first ride, I can't say I love it and I can't say I hate it. All I can say is that I can feel the difference on it. If I'm gonna take away anything from that run, it definitely has grip on the rear tire.
Okay, fellas, we're gonna do distortion, try to follow Camarena, try to see if I can keep up with them. This was fast. Props to that homie. I don't know if you guys know this, probably not. Este compa, Camarena, is missing 2 fingers. I think 2 fingers on the right side. This fool still can fucking shred. Okay, let's see. Let's go back on the coil live. Woo. Okay. Uy, chunky. Almost ate shit right there. Gotta slow down. Okay. I can still see camarena, settling, some chunkiness. Okay, that felt good. Oh my God. Woo. Coil life, baby.
Yeah, this coil definitely shines on the chunkier parts. Oh yeah, brake bumps. Feels pretty good on this. Whoa, shit. Whoa. I was went off. That was gonna be my fault. User error. All right, here we go. Let's see how the coil does on jumps. See if I feel anything. Woo! Okay, bucked me a little bit on that one. It's probably because it got a little stiff. Oh yeah, feels pretty good. Speed is definitely there. Damn. It's really loose here. Ooh, super loose. Okay, see how it feels. Woo! Yeah, a little nervous for some reason. Ah, it feels good though. I like to take this line. Feels a lot smoother, more fun. Like, wait, sorry, man. There you go, chattery stuff. I don't remember this line too well, so we'll try to pick as good as I can. Right down the middle. A lot of control with this coil on that part. All right, here we go. Quick final thought, Shadow. What do you think?
You can feel the difference on the chunkiness. It doesn't feel as plush as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel that much bobbing on it. But I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm pretty sure once we get it tuned,
Yeah.
do a couple little clicks here and there, and we'll get it dialed.
Yeah, dude. Just a quick recap. I was actually expecting some bobbing because I was reading some reviews on the coil. Maybe the switching fitting helped out a lot on that, but I wasn't really feeling any of that. I did notice it when I was looking for it, but other than that, there was no difference as far as bobbing. And as far as pedaling goes, I felt no difference. One thing I did notice is when going off jumps, it felt a little less poppy. Not a dramatic like loss of poppiness, but I did feel that. But I'm hoping the Cascade Link or a more progressive coil will remedy that. So overall, I did like what I felt on this coil. I really like the fact that on the long chattery stuff, it really feels more composed, more grip, and I just carry more speed through the chunky stuff on that. And also because the rear end grip is not so like wild, the bike stays really quiet. There's no chain slapping around. It's just really quiet. And I also feel like I didn't really feel a dramatic difference because it came off of Fox Factory Float X2, which is already a really good shock. And also because that shock was tuned more to my liking, I feel like that had a little bit more advantage over the coil. But the good thing about the coil right now is that there's plenty of room for improvement. So for now, I'm gonna keep riding the coil. I'm gonna mess around with the settings for a little bit. Also slap on that Cascade Link. Hopefully it brings back that poppiness on the jumps. So stay tuned for the video when I slap on the Cascade Link. Other than that, thank you guys for watching and we'll see you guys on the trail.